Welcome to episode 51 of Daily Flip. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of my day-to-day. Fridays, when I do the auction, are generally my auction day, and that was the case today. So this morning is a really long day for me. 4:30, I was up. I was to the gym by 5. We started playing not much after that. I play ball on Friday mornings, Tuesdays and Fridays right now. So we played from roughly around 5 to just after 7, showered at the gym, got in the car, sat in lovely Raleigh, North Carolina traffic, and then made it to Clayton, which is where I go to an auction. So I was there till maybe 1 o'clock, 1:30, almost 2. Had to drive a few things that I bought after the fact, got everything outside of the auction so I can pick it up maybe tomorrow. Might get one Sunday afternoon and then another on Monday. I bought 4 today. I probably don't even remember. I've got a, let's see, I got a 2008 Ford Escape, a 2006 Chrysler Pacifica, it's horrible, a 2010 Chevy Equinox, and I don't remember the other, a 2005 Audi A4. Normally I recommend you stay away from Audi. This one I drove ahead of time. It feels good. Should be a decent seller, so maybe I'll show you those when they get back next week. A few need some cleaning. One needs, the Pacifica is disgusting on the inside. My detail guy is not going to be happy when he sees it, but it seemed to be a decent car. It needs a motor mount really bad, so I got a good deal on it because when the guy was driving it in, I drove it last night, when you accelerate, you get this really loud banging. It's like bang, and then you go to stop because you think something's bad, and so he was driving in not the best, and everybody heard the clunking, so I got a pretty good deal on it because of that. It's just a motor mount. Usually those front and back motor mounts go bad. Pretty common on the Pacificas. I have a couple laying around actually from some old jobs that we didn't need them for. So I might show you some of those next week. So I got 4 vehicles today. Was trying to buy a couple others that the prices didn't go where I wanted them to, but that's that. So I got back here, did a little bit of paperwork. Actually just sent out an email. If you're on the email list, check your inbox. As of 30 minutes ago from recording right now, when it's just like 5:45, there would have been an email that went out that says video 2 of 3 from flipping a Sega Genesis to flipping full-time. My first flip, the first thing I ever bought and then sold for more money than I paid for it, was a Sega Genesis. I think I was 9. If you watch the video, I'll talk about that. I'll tell you how I went from there to Chick-fil-A, to quitting Chick-fil-A, to flipping, to running a car dealership with my dad, to quitting that, to flipping full-time, and then getting here. I'll tell you, it's a 13-minute video, not very long. Check that out. I just wanted to make that, I guess, more as like encouragement to let you know that you can do this. It's not rocket science. It's not that difficult. Having someone to guide you through the process is helpful. For me, I had that growing up in my dad. Maybe you don't. So you can kind of see how I got to where I am today, how I got to actually having a car dealership. So that's in your email inbox right now. If you are not subscribed to the email list, you need to be. So go to thecarflip.com and put your email address in there and then email me. Just say send me video 2 and I'll make sure that gets to you. Otherwise, this is a project that has almost been completed. These are some bushes, or a tree I guess you could say, I had to cut out from behind our building to get to our AC our AC unit to try to fix it. But this one is pretty much done. We got the engine in, it's running well. The interior's already been cleaned. So we've got to run the first little bit of oil through it, drive a little bit, come back, change the oil, and then mechanically we should be done. Interior's good. I'm still working with my top. Got a little bit of haze. This I think I can live with. This is fine. This, I'm trying to work. This was a million times worse than it is right now. Now it's a slight haze. This was white. This was as well, so I'm working on that. Otherwise, this one is pretty hazy too, so I'm trying to do this. These are really difficult to find, at least as of yet. For the 2 doors, the half door surrounds were like $350, $400. I'd rather not pay that because the entire top, this whole section here, is $350 or so. So I'd rather not have to spend the same amount just for those door surrounds. So we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, I have a few people possibly interested. I've got a couple, well, one person in particular interested possibly in the Fusion over there, the black one in the front. Navigator, I've got someone maybe next week and someone maybe next week on this gold Ford Explorer. Otherwise, I have a Chevrolet Avalanche that hopefully will be back from Mako next week. Got a front bumper earlier next week. We should be putting on a Honda Odyssey and it's good to go. Sorry, I just got freaked out. I just stepped on this. This thing caught my foot and started, anyway, thought I was getting attacked by a snake. That's a little embarrassing, but that's okay. So we'll tie those things up next week. Otherwise, Monday, you'll get another, if you're on the email list, we've got one more email in this 3 videos. This is a free video series we just put together here, I think 2 weeks ago. But the next video, Monday, is going to talk about an actual flip inside the car flip course. We have these things called templates, and they're cars that I am currently flipping. We actually have several recorded right now that are about to be added inside the course. So there's 6 or 7 right now. We're about to add another 6 or 7 into the course. So basically what a template is a vehicle that I'm flipping currently. I give you the details, I tell you what I paid for it, I tell you the story on it, I let you know what I had to fix, and then I let you know my projected profit. So this one is actually gonna be a 2000, I think it's a 2008 or so Saturn Outlook. I'll tell you what I paid for it. I'll tell you my pricing strategy actually on that particular vehicle that made me an extra $1,000. So you can check that out on Monday if you're on the email list. If you're not, be sure to be on the email list so you'll get that video, video 3 of 3 that'll come out on Monday. Otherwise, I'm heading out. Unfortunately, I don't get to do date night tonight. Friday is set aside for my wife and I. We do date night every Friday night. Our middle child, Emma, is not feeling well today. She's been throwing up a little bit, so we told the babysitter to hold off tonight. So we're just gonna have a family night. I think I'm picking up Papa John's on the way home, and we might do a movie or something like that. It's supposed to rain all weekend, so I think I get out of yard work this weekend. But I don't know, we'll be around the house, hanging out for the weekend, probably make a few trips to the auction and pick up a couple cars, hopefully, maybe while it's raining. Otherwise, I will be back here on Monday, finishing up a few loose ends. Keep an eye out for that email coming Monday. Check your email inbox today, like right now, like stop what you're doing, go check that email. I'm just kidding, it's not that important. But if you get a minute, let me know what you think about that video. I'd love to hear, actually, if you have a second, if you've watched this far in the video, I'd love for you to post in the comments below if you have ever flipped anything and made money on it. What is the first thing you ever bought and then sold for more than you paid for it? So the first thing you ever flipped, what was it? For me, it was a Sega Genesis. I made $10 whole, but to me, I thought I was like the biggest, baddest business person in the entire world. So let me know, what was the first thing you ever flipped and actually made money on? Maybe you were in elementary school, you sold a piece of candy, I don't know. Post that in the comments below. I'd love to hear what that is for you. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday.